and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to an incredible night of world-class boxing here at the beautiful Americenter Stadium in Sydney, Cape Breton Island. Tonight, 3 Lions Promotions in association with the Nova Scotia Sports Authority and the World Boxing Council bring you the WBC Cruiserweight Final Eliminator. The judges at ringside this evening: Dave Arthur, Ian Bridgman, Mike Fitzgerald, Wayne Gray, Brad Jardine, Mike Ludi, Andrew Kaiser, Moises Melham, and Don Robinson. The physicians at ringside: Dr. Frazier and Dr. Oladipo. The timekeepers this evening: Brian George and Torres Anderson. The referee and chief director of combat sports, Hubert Earl. The acting supervisor for the WBC in attendance is Mr. William Badu. Sydney, here we go. This bout is brought to you by ARL Mechanical and is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. The man in charge of the action once the bell sounds, Mr. Ian Bridgman. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, wearing the right trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at 136.2 pounds, fighting in his 12th professional fight from Guadalajara, Mexico. Please welcome Ramiro Lopez. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner to my left, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at 135.4 pounds. He is undefeated, 2 wins, no defeats. This former Olympian is fighting out of Montreal, Canada, by way of Bahia, Algeria. Please welcome Reda Benbaziz.
Well, folks, let's take a look at the Tailor Tape here. Reda Benbaziz, 30, Ramiro Garcia, 31. Little height advantage for Benbaziz. Obviously, Garcia has more experience, Manny, but we know the pedigree lies with Benbaziz.
Well, like we saw in the first fight, they were, as far as size and overall choice of angles, they're pretty similar. Now, hopefully we don't have any issues where there's another clash of heads here tonight.
This bout also brought to you by That's Right Roofing. Here we are, Manny, on the screen tonight. Nice to see you folks. Glad you could be here with us inside the Emirates Centre for, again, what promises to be a momentous occasion. Round 1 underway, folks. Garcia in the white trim with gold. Benbaziz in the black trim with white and gold. Benbaziz operating out to the southpaw stance. Garcia looking to parry the jab early on. It does feel like round 4, Manny.
Yeah, it's definitely not a typical first round. Just filling each other out at the moment. No one overly committing to anything.
As we said, just to reiterate that point, these two did meet in a 4-round clash in Victoria on June 3rd. Nice backhand by Benbaziz. That fight resulted in a no contest due to a clash of heads. Both fighters were injured on the top of the head. But they're back once again. And Benbaziz is looking to gain control of the action with the jab right now.
Yeah, he's just probing with it. Just looking for his opening. Eyes wide open. I have a feeling he's going to end up going low on him. There was almost a clash of heads there.
We may see them clashes of heads, obviously with the southpaw and orthodox styles. I think Ramiro Garcia may switch at some point. Nice shot by Benbaziz on the way out. Lands again. Garcia's there to fight, though.
Trying to back him into a corner.
Nice shots by Benbaziz, Manny.
Wide awake. He knows exactly where he's at right now. He didn't back into he backed into the corner. He wasn't backed into it.
Nice shots by Benbaziz, but you don't feel like Garcia is out of the contest by any stretch of the imagination. He's coming from a good gym in Guadalajara.
Benbaziz overcommitted a couple times there.
Nice shots by Benbaziz off the ropes. Garcia is live. He attempts a right hand of his own.
Sparring's been key. They've been able to get him some proper sparring for this camp, so he's looking in pretty good shape, to be honest.
Nice work downstairs from Garcia. Won't have flustered Benbaziz too much, but it may have laid the foundation for something to come later.
Lopez's corner is asking him to go to his left, not to circle towards his right.
30 seconds left in the first round here. Could do with either man looking to stamp their authority on this round. Nice backhand by Benbaziz, and again by Benbaziz. Good work. 10 seconds left. I think he feels like he's got him hurt a little bit.
He might have seen something we didn't see.
Oh, he's definitely punctuated this round here. Good shot downstairs to finish the round. Garcia looks flustered.
That was absolutely round 4 of their first hill.
And that's just how the first fight really unfolded, Manny. I don't know if you've seen the bout. I was there ringside. It was a very similar contest to what just happened. We're just going to look at the replays right now. Benbaziz landing with the overhand early on there. There's a little nervous energy still between the pair, I feel. Even Benbaziz, with his experience, I still think he respects Garcia and probably got the clash of heads in the back of his mind.
You know what it is? I feel like Benbaziz kind of punched him, and he kind of lost his bounce a bit. And that might have, sparked the interest for Benbaziz, because he started chasing him down after that. So maybe he saw something that wasn't there, but it still encouraged him.
He's got to find the balance between putting a real punctuation mark on what he wants to do tonight and not getting careless. He doesn't want to get hit with nothing else, or God forbid, end up getting a clash of heads or something similar again.
The other thing to keep in mind, this is only a 4-rounder. He's early in his career.
I think that favours Benbaziz here tonight, the 4 rounds. He's on his toes again here at the start of round 2.
And for those wondering why it started so quickly, it is only 4 rounds, so he can permit himself, and he is versed.
Still Garcia pressing the action, although without much output. The footwork is forcing Benbaziz on the back foot and around the ring. I still think I would rather be Benbaziz at this point. Hasn't quite found the backhand just yet.
He's trying to lay a trap for him. He wants him to step into the shot.
Obviously, we know Reda Benbaziz. He went to the Olympics in 2016. He finished higher than the likes of a young Teofimo Lopez at the time. He was in the same weight class that Robson Conceição, who just got a draw against the Cowboy Navarrete.
Ooh, good
Nice
body shot.
by Benbaziz.
Conceição's a beautiful boxer as well.
I was happy for him that he got that draw. He was down twice and managed to come away from a draw. Benbaziz seems to be finding the backhand with a bit more regularity right now. Getting more comfortable. Hands down for the moment.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him. He's got to be careful with that.
I think he's got to bait him too much at this point. He's right where he needs him to be, really.
Short shot to the ribs there.
Nice work off the back foot again from Benbaziz as we approach the final minute of the second round. Doubling up with the backhand. Seems to be finding a rhythm right now, Manny.
And he's playing with him now.
After the fight in Victoria, BC, trainer Mark Sayer was visibly disappointed with how the results had gone. He was very confident that his man was going to get the decision. I think they wanted to continue through the cut. I think both fighters did.
He's just straight looking down the pipe and picking his shots.
Still got to be careful. He's landing big punches at the moment, Reda Benbaziz. A beautiful display of boxing.
A little bit of Roy Jones there.
Nice jab. Garcia still fighting. Been peppered at the moment. Again with the backhand. And touch with the jab on the way out by Benbaziz. This is a great display by Reda here.
They had a bit of a triple
Still
feet
got to
there,
be careful. As the second round comes to a close here.
first one didn't really give us much to work with, but that second round was Benbaziz from A to Z.
We don't have your scorecards here tonight, Manny, for the graphics, but how do you have it right now? Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, 10-9. Let's look at the highlights here.
He's pouring with the jab and then just flicking the backhand. Nice work again. He seems very comfortable. There is a golfing class, but that doesn't always equate. There's just been a debate online this week on Instagram between the likes of Mustafa's boxing and trainers like Andrew Council talking about how these guys like Terence Crawford, who never went at the Olympics, he's beat 7 Olympians in his time, you know, so what's the difference? But it can often be 2 different sports. But obviously Terence Crawford may be a bad example because he's a generational talent, but it's often the way that some tough opponents like a Ramiro Garcia can upstage a guy like Reda Benbaziz.
I'd like to think that if Terence would have went to the Olympics, he would have probably walked away with something. Round 3. Oh. We've got some hydrated fighters.
Trying to up the pace a bit, Garcia.
Back to picking and poking with that jab.
He's using his feints quite well, Benbaziz, just to keep him off center and missing shots just like he did there.
Yeah, he's choosing every engagement. If he doesn't like the look he's giving him, he just gets out of there and resets.
Nice shot.
Very good shot.
May have sounded a little nicer than it was, but it sounded good.
He hit him in the chest with it.
Action heating up here.
This is a good opener.
We expected this to be this way. Garcia coming, as we said, from Guadalajara. He's in the gym. Rigoberto Alvarez, and he's looking to put the pressure on. He just hasn't been able to really land any significant pointers thus far.
So a reminder to our Facebook viewers, 8 p.m., you got to go live to pay-per-view. Go to 3linespromotion.com. You can click the link there. $20 on view stub. 3linespromotion.com.
Shot by Reda Benbaziz, and Bridgman. Referee asked him to lift it up a little bit, but it seemed like a shot on the belt line.
That's another one.
Nice backhand.
We got to come up with a standard size belt line. It's getting ridiculous now.
Nice work by Benbaziz.
Oh,
again, he's picking his shots really well. Can't help but feel like I'm waiting for the definitive moments here from Benbaziz, but he's putting in steady, consistent work.
I think if he outboxes him round after round and just walks away with a very clean decision, he'll be more than happy.
Well, Garcia's picking up the pace here, and he may have put a few points in his pocket in this round.
Good
nice
shot to the body.
again. He's having a good spell here as we close in on the last minute.
Nope. Wafting it there.
He could be in danger of giving this way around, Manny.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what Lopez can do to close this out in the last 30 seconds here.
Benbaziz is answering back now. 30 seconds left, and he's turning the tide a little bit more in this round. Again with good work, Benbaziz.
Lopez's corner's asking him to be first, begging him to be first.
Oh. Nice shots by Benbaziz again. It has been a typical bull and matador. I don't have to tell you who's who, I hope. With the exchange. I see it looks a little ropey at the moment. Good round.
Solid round.
For the neutral.
Well, I would still score for Benbaziz. Let's look at the highlights. Good body work. Can be sneaky with that right hand.
You got Anthony Sayer in the corner there. He's a nice young lad, Anthony. Really good young coach. It's interesting how a young coach like that has managed to get his hands on, if you will, an Olympian like Reda Benbaziz, and how that all came about.
Wow.
But they've got a successful relationship so far.
You know what it is? Dad's in the corner also. Mark Sayer, hell of a coach on his own right. And this was about giving his son the opportunity. and letting his son show what he's able to. After showing him what he had done running their own gym back home. So still a father-son kind of operation. Dad's never too far away to chime in.
Round 4, folks. 4th and final round. Benbaziz, Garcia. You probably have it Benbaziz 2-1 or 3-0, depending on how you're looking at it. But he's working hard again.
3-0.
Nice shot by Garcia, sneaking it over the top.
Lopez got a nice layer of Vaseline on him. Neither fighter really took too much damage in this fight so far. We've been lucky, no clash of heads.
Let's not jinx it just yet, Manuel. Benbaziz backing up again this round. He wants to do a little bit more work off the back foot as he lands an uppercut, just as I said that. The Emirates Centre is filling up here around us in anticipation for what follows this evening.
I believe we got a sold-out house tonight. Ooh. Good work from Reda. A little defense, hands down.
He looks nice with it. He's landed a short shot, but we can't discredit the work that Garcia is doing and trying to do at this point.
I'll say this. I don't know if this would be the game plan I would want if this was a 8-rounder. Lopez still has gas, so does Benbaziz. We may have a minute 33 in the fight, but Lopez didn't. Although I have it one way for Benbaziz, I think Lopez gave a very good showing of himself. And I'd be more than happy to see him fight here again. Good shot to the body there.
I think he's making a case for himself here. I think Benbaziz wants to stamp his authority a touch more.
Again, if this would have been a 6-rounder or an 8-rounder, I think we would have got a bit of a different fight.
Last minute of the final round here. Will we see someone close the show as Benbaziz lands a big left hand?
Putting the combinations together.
He's getting a little wild with the follow-up shots, Benbaziz. But he seems to have Garcia stunned. He may still be stunned. Oh. Nice shot by Benbaziz. Garcia looks to be in a little bit of trouble at the moment, Manny.
He's looking to try and buy himself some time. He's probably going to try and hold and clinch here.
If he can just find a little half a step back, Benbaziz, just create that distance for himself. He may be able to close the show here, but less than 20 seconds left. I feel like he may have just cemented that points decision. Nice work again by Benbaziz.
It's clean, it's efficient. It's pretty boxing.
Just an inch or two off on the overhand. Well,
we go to the judges.
One fight in the bank for this evening, folks, and it looks like Reda Benbaziz has got a fairly convincing victory. We've seen some decisions that we didn't necessarily agree with in our time in Halifax, Manny, or Nova Scotia, should I say. But I think this should be a fairly routine decision for the judges to render.
For the moment, I'm feeling confident.
Take a look in the corner. Anthony and Mark Sayer getting the gloves off who they hope is the victor tonight.
Didn't take any damage. With a win tonight, 3 Lions can look at putting him back in the ring very soon.
Ramiro Garcia Lopez, as you said, put up a valiant effort. One of those fights where he may have lost every round, but he was in every round. A good fight though, Manny. Before we hand over to Barry Eagers with the official decision, what do you think could be next for the Reda Benbaziz? Do you know the landscape?
Well, honestly, it'd be nice to maybe get him a fight back home. Maybe something Canadian related, a minor Canadian title. That'd be interesting. There's a couple of options for him. It's not a very deep division here in Canada, but there are a couple names out there. We're not going to start calling them out. I don't want to break Dan Otter's checkbook. But that being said, if 3 Lions were to ever be able to go out east and come to Montreal, I think Reda Benbaziz would definitely be somebody to look into.
Would certainly be an option to explore. Montreal's a fantastic fight city, obviously. I think that would be nice for Reda. Maybe nice for Free Lions Promotions to do too. I'm going to hand you over to Barry Eagert right now.
Nova Scotia, Sydney, to the scorecards we go. All three judges are in agreement, scoring the bout 40-36 for the winner by way of unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Reda Benbaziz.